Welcome, my friends, allies, vassals, and enemies of the state. You know who you are. King Yorkie II here of the House of Yorkie, taking you back in time to Crusader Kings 3 in 931 AD, as we follow the continued rise of Hausaland. Our current queen, Shawata, Grand Magia Shawata of Hausaland, is 60. Surely she cannot live much longer, even though she's progressing down the medicine field. I don't think she will live much longer, to be perfectly honest. So, now we have something in the royal court. What's going on here? A spectacular courtier, claiming to be an exile from a faraway land, Prince Pavak has appeared in court accompanied by a vast array of exotic animals and has already performed incredible works of charity through the streets of Dara. This magnanimously wealthy foreigner has declared his intent to marry my daughter Darama. Much as the court is abuzz with enthusiasm for the exotic prince, not everyone is convinced. My Magaja Ki, we helped each other before, claims to have never heard of this distant land the foreigner claims to be from, and cannot find it on any maps. She, along with several other like-minded followers, has denounced Prince Pavak as a charlatan and insists that we punish him for attempting to deceive Darama into marrying a lowborn. And don't be a killjoy, Key. She'll marry in the morning, gain 15, grow closer to Pavak. You grow closer to forming a rivalry with Key, you gain 6 court grandeur, lose 47 strength because of being compassionate and trusting. Yes, but would I trust him? Or would I trust Key? Daramadara gains 40 opinion of you. Key loses 15. Will marry matrilineally Pavak. Unlanded. But does that mean lowborn? He's a Hindu faith. He's from a distant land, indeed. But we know nothing of him. Intriguing. They're keeping much of it hidden. He's strong. He's also a seducer. Key is right to the dungeon with him. You grow close, forming a rivalry with Pavak. You grow close to forming a rivalry with Darama. You grow close to forming a friendship with Key. You imprison him. As I have fair reason, no one will think me a tyrant. You gain 4 distress because you are compassionate and trusting. Thank you for the visit, but you should leave. She loses 25. No. You know what? My dear daughter seems to like him. I'm not going to stand in their way. Key, even if he is lowborn, don't be a killjoy. I will trust him, but even if not, my daughter loves him. What more can I say? A wedding at court. A wedding sounds like a lovely idea. We are gathered here today to witness the marriage of Dara and Pavak. The priest's words echo across the great hall at Dara, which has been tastefully appointed for the occasion. At the dais, Dara and Pavak say their vows, and with that they are married. Now it's time for the real reason people go to weddings, the reception. The mood is raucous as the feast begins. Looking around, I can see the two families beginning to mingle. Someone raises a toast to the couple's health. The cheer rises from the room. Let's get this started. The innuendo. I know what I said, I just don't understand why you find it so funny. Salimata cocks her head to the side. While I withhold a chortle, I haven't told her what she said could be interpreted as something lewd. If you squeeze the head, a thick substance will pour out. I may not be alone in thinking this is funny either. Dorama spat out some of her drink while Salimata repeated herself. The two could share the same kind of crude humour as I, and could be offended. Let's see, Salimata. Calm, impatient. Are we calm and impatient? Temperate. Temperate. Not selling me on that one. Trusting, content, arbitrary. Well, I think they're not going to share it. Never mind. I'll save them their blushes. Reception at home. There's nothing like a wedding. It reminds all of what is good in life. And the company is not too bad either. At least those seated close to me seem to think so. You are something special, Shawata, Darama tells me. Darama and Mum do nod their heads in agreement. I just do what I feel is right. And that dispelled the stress I feel. Good. The reception's end. We feasted and drank late into the night, but at last it is time to head back home. Oh, I could not help but notice that Daram and Pavak seem to have little in the way of chemistry whatsoever. Seems these two will be little more than strangers sharing a bed. Well, my daughter, at least it was matrilineal. 3 months in order to improve that, and 3 years left with that. To the rattling, we have been burdened with your oppressive laws for too long. Let me check that. Seriously, you've got no military power. And peasants' lot is to serve their lord. Right. We are at war. War? Is that all they have? 300? How do I raise some, I wonder? I'm not sure you can. Very well. I guess we shall not raise some. We shall raise them all. And a quick victory it should be. A simple victory. For the loathsome Grand Magia Shawata, may your years be short and miserable. Probably not due to you. We'll accept. Where are we at war with now? No, that was a peasant uprising, which is now no more. Or maybe it is. My spy master has come to me with grave news. Son has been plotting against my husband. Is he dead? He's all grey. The cocky fiend. Well, we have discovered that's rather strange. But alright. We've joined the peasant uprising. They can deal with the peasant uprising themselves. What the hell? I don't need to be losing money over someone else's peasant or rabble. Yes. You can usurp the Emirate of Katsina. That would cost us 250. You can create the Duchy of Kano. That would cost us 125. You can demand payments. so you can only give 18. You can only give 1. Done. Little money. And we have... he wants to make a chest. Can we sponsor it? 50. We'll accept that. We will indeed sponsor it. Faction has been disbanded. Who are you? Duchy of Toro, where the hell is that? Inspiration and name to remember. My beneficiary approached me with a thoughtful expression. Is there anyone special, my lady? It must read my irritation at such a personal question coming from my face. Because he continues, I mean, is there anyone you wish to dedicate your commission to? Let's do it to Obamari. Yeah, a sinful act comes at a cost. Yes, I'm sure it does. Being raided, eh? So much for the raid. And let's disband. Decision available in court. I think we've already done it. Niece taken prisoner. And she's been released. No problem. Right. Powerful vassal expects council position. You may, but you're not very good. Why would we imprison him after I've just dedicated something to him? That seems rather strange. Oh, decision to hold court. In case it needs money, I don't think that's a wise move just now. Kilia comes of age. I am proud to see my daughter, no longer as a child, but as an adult. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that has displayed little natural inclination to administration, Kilia can come to truly understand it. 4. Ooh, nice. We'll have to see how that prepares her later. They do indeed grow up fast, you are right. Carefree, I think. I must check something. One moment, please. I can get back to that later. Right. My Chancellor has worked hard to convince our neighbours that the peace treaty I entered with is flawed and illegitimate and unfair to me. Am I under no peace treaties anymore? I'm not. Where is this peasant uprising? Oh, well, I'm not under any peace treaties anymore. I don't think I've got anything I can do that's all that good. Where are you? Duchy of Toro. Inspiration, up late. Time disappears in Medjan's workshop, drinking mead as we excitedly discuss the chest he's creating for me. Am I imagining things, or is there an indescribable tension? The hour has grown late when my carpenter puts down his chisel, takes a deep quaff from his goblet, and smiles at me knowingly. Is he... I can't deny something stirs in me. My heart quickens, and I find myself holding him in my arms. He embraces me in return. What is happening? No, I can't. Adultery's a sin. I'm way too old for this, I think. Toro. All the way over there. I'm not worried. My lady, my beneficiary Medjan gestures me over to have an object covered in fabric, with a wide grin on his face. I have toiled many days and nights, and finally my work is done. He whips the covering off, and my eyes grow wide as I see what's beneath it. A chest of finest craftsmanship is constructed from oak planks. The wood has been painted with a majestic bird. Let me go and position that in court then. That's the goblet. And that's the chest. And so we grow a more and more beautiful court every day. Victory! The peasant uprising, so be it. I didn't help out at all. I knew they could deal with that. 12 months. So we should soon have that under control. And then, hopefully, we can also gain control of the other before passing away. What was that? Mercenary company, okay. Not worried about a mercenary company. 8 months. Greetings, Grand Magagia Shawata. I hereby invite you to my wedding. To Shakira at the coordinate. Yes, absolutely. It will be my pleasure. We are gathered here today to witness the marriage of Dong and Shakira. I'm sure Shakira would appreciate a good Dong. The priest's words echo across the great hall at Kordofan, which has been tastefully appointed for the occasion. The days Dong and Shakira say their vows. How lovely. And we're on to the reception. Let's get this party started. A snake revealed. Finally I have uncovered the truth. The cold-blooded boar behind my son's early demise was none other than Dong. That really... I need to plan my next move. As I stumble outside to reveal myself, I hear shouting around the corner. As I turn, I see my acquaintance Dong sneer as he sinks his blade into the face covering Sheik Hourly. Whatever sound I must have made must have been enough for Dong to turn towards me, surprise on his face. Everyone will know of your crime, Dong. Sheik Hourly has been murdered. Oh, Bori. How could you do this to Owly? I have sinned. Why did you not punish me instead? He is blameless. My perfect son. Life had so much in store for him. Did not deserve this. Well. Reception, the conversation partner. As one plate of food is replaced by the next, my acquaintance Basil goes on and on about tax levels. And that was how we salvaged that mess. Are you sure I am not boring you? Why don't we talk more about you instead of bloody taxes? There is nothing like a wedding. It reminds us all of what is good in life. And the company is not too bad either. At least those seated close to me seem to think so. You are something special, Shawata, Shakira tells me. Chieftess Leila and High Chieftess Gosgod nod their heads in agreement. I just do what feels right. 7 months. The reception's end. Could hardly stand each other. Well, that's not good, is it? No, that's not going to work well. May they be blessed. Well, you two chose to get married. Enjoy yourselves. You made your bed, now you can romance in it. Your friend Usk died. 4 months left. Nephew taken prisoner. During the siege of Jimmy. All the way over there. Oh well. Task finished. Child of my dynasty, my daughter Darama has given birth to a daughter. Batumata. I like that name. Go to Kano. Child of my dynasty, Darama has given birth to a daughter. You should be blessed with the name Barkisa. Yes, a nice strong name. And what else? What else? 3 years left in there. Surely we cannot live much longer. However, at 25 gold, and you disliking me, you do have a lot of allies. That could be a problem. Yes, that would be a problem. Kaduna, would you be a vassal? Would you be open to being vassalized? Apparently not. That's Tibesti. Declare war. You would make a good priestess. So I could subjugate you. You have no allies. I don't think I would need allies. Interesting. How are our knights? 11 out of 11. Or champions, rather. And we have them some decent ones. 143% effectiveness. Who is my ally? What do you offer? 800 troops? Can I increase what we have here first? Niece taken prisoner. I'm not worried about that just now. My daughter and heir, Salamita, has given birth to another daughter. Caddy, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Acquaintance taken prisoner. Oh, that's all of that. Oh. Whereas this... If I was to declare war on you... We are weaker. How readily could we do it? That's the question. How readily could we do it? You know what? Maybe we won't. Maybe we will not do that. And instead... Well, first let's see if there are any... I hereby invite you to my wedding. It'll be a pleasure to attend your wedding. Perhaps we should wind down our life with peaceful celebration. Gathered here to witness the marriage of Hadura and Rialik. How lovely. At the reception. An innuendo. Let's see if they share my sadistic, cynical, patient, possible. Sadistic, calm, and just. You know what? I'm going to repeat it. Grew closer. Formed friendship with one and rivalry with the other. Reception, mutual spirits. What started as ordinary friendship, our ordinary wedding became an exceptional one, thanks to the presence of Adura. Spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seem to have a lot in common. What a good evening. Could barely keep their hands off each other. Good, I'm glad they're happy together. Lady in waiting. Gilia, my daughter. It looks like we have something going on in court. Royal architect. We don't need a royal architect right now. Court musician. You're average, Ogidara, my granddaughter. Why don't you entertain us with your average musicianship? Court artificer. You're not very good, are you? And that's about all we have. So, court event. Oh, we've got two. The courtier's gone. Why would you let that doxy kill you with a position at court and not me? Oh, come off it. And you? My court musician approached me. Oh, you've got you've got some music for us. What do we have? My god tries to throw the deviants in the dungeon. You're there tight so much. You have my coin. I can't afford it. That's fine. That is fine. Yes, I think we are winding down our life here. How old is my even she's 43 and not particularly great. Multiple guests has arrived. I don't need a commander right now, I don't think. Let me... He would, but... My spy master... Well, we do not yet know whose. One is plotting to kill my granddaughter. Alliance formed with leader and sire of the populist uprising because he is now a ruler. Oh, are you? My prisoner has died in my dungeons. What a shame. What are you drilling? Chieftain of Hausa. Your royal court is now level 3, grandeur. An acquaintance died. And we're back to level 4, grandeur. That's fine. My husband has been tense lately, and as we find ourselves alone, it becomes apparent why. Please be honest. Is there someone else? Of course not. Dara? No. Stay awake! Once more bored by the troop movements. The inspection, I talked to the commander, who's offering me a whistle. I'll take it. A new perk. Mental resilience. Good. We have no spouse, of course. A brother and sister. I arrived in town much earlier than expected, and had an hour before my meeting with the town's notables. So I waited by a small wooden bridge overlooking a little river. After a few minutes, a little girl arrived at the bridge. She peered into the river and was about to fall off the bridge when a boy who looked several years older rushed over and yanked her back, and the two children crashed into me. "Sorry, my lady," he said, bowing, then making the clueless girl do the same. He was well spoken for a child. "I do my best to take care of my little sister when our parents are at work, but she's a foolish, clumsy child. You're clearly someone of high standing. Please forgive us." A good older brother, perhaps. You know what? Tell them it's no matter and play with them a while. I'm gregarious. I like to spend time with people. And children can be such a delight when they're not being such an annoyance. 14 months. Sandstorm in Dara. Sandstorm recently swept through Dara at a most inopportune time. Many people perished, including some soldiers who were on patrol. Furthermore, there was some damage to the local infrastructure and buildings. Let's try to help the victims, shall we? A new relaxing hobby. Every now and then, when I wander the countryside, I come across some wild songbirds. These little creatures flitter to and fro and perch on the branches of trees and on rocks as they sing their delights. I found it strangely enjoyable diversion whenever I encounter the creatures, and hearing their singing helps me gain a sense of peace. Yes, yes. Who doesn't like to listen to songbirds? Inspired person can be sponsored. Bardush Kenga has the armor inscription. He wants to make scale armor. Sponsor him. It reduces our coin to virtually nil. That's okay. Once again, we're at 11 months here. Child of my dynasty, my daughter and I has given birth to a son. Amari Garin, I like the name, yes. Sounds strong and bold. 8 months left. The Badaik Reformation. Agam Birama, a prominent figure among Badaists, has gathered every Hogan in the land together to discuss their beliefs and establish an official doctrine for the pagan faith. These Badaik Hogans are encouraging cooperation and tolerance, even towards non-believers, and claim that the only way to show proper devotion is by honouring Bida with human sacrifices. The burgeoning movement has decided not to instate a religious head, preferring instead to let each Hogan determine what teachings are appropriate for their own temple. That's fine, let them believe what they wish. Conversation over cakes. My entourage and I are strolling back from a short foray to Dara. And we unexpectedly run across my friend Sarkin Gadibonga and his retinue skulking around my capital on unannounced business. Ah, Shawata, I was hoping I'd run into you. Come, I found a most delightful little taverna just a short ways from here. Would you care to join me for some invigorating herbal infusion and just cakes? Well, of course I would. What are you talking about? You know we love the hashish. And socialization as well. What could be better? Inspiration, a name to remember. My beneficiary approaches me with a thought. Is there anyone special? Who do you want to dedicate it to? Only the spirits guide me at this point in my life, I think. We are at 5 months. Considered opinion. My armourer updates me on his progress, droning on about the limits of hammer and bellows as my mind reels with bold ideas of my scale armour. Forging may not be my personal forte. That doesn't mean I can't have a say in how money is spent. Not my knowledge. My background gives me some unique insights. Not something I'm interested in. That would not work. No. No. My knowledge, my skills, they're simply not high enough. Badush, carry on. I must trust you. What do we have here? A wooden whistle. Masterwork weapon. A trinket. Darkin Gadibonga's favour hook on you as aspired. Good. Hostility phase in transition. Oh, this is the Iberian struggle. Child of my dynasty. My daughter Darama has given birth to a daughter. Since the little one is part of the Dowry dynasty... You know what? My granddaughter can be named after me. That's not a problem. Task finished. We've increased control. Good. That just leaves Zaria. Now... oh... Inspiration, request for funds. I will give you no more gold, Badush. I have no gold to give right now. Inspiration realized. My lady, my beneficiary Badush waves me over to a covered armor stand. He's trying hard to keep a professional demeanor. I can see the fire in his eyes. He tells me his work is done. With a flourish, he rips the fabric covering away from my, and my eyes grow wide. The armor is constructed excellently, from excellently crafted iron scales that are fastened to a backing of leather. The set includes a crescent helm with a decorative eyebrow piece. The whole armor has been plated with a thick layer of gold. Magnificent. Magnificent indeed. All good. All very good. So... 17 months for Zaraya to join us. 16. We might get everything stabilized before Our Lady here passes away. Nephew released. You are known for your dedication to your faith. Level of devotion, faithful. Are they at war? The benevolent Grand Magia Shawata of Hausaland. I read so. Well done with your silver tongue. Catsinian conquest of Chief No Kaduna. I'm not convinced that you're going to get anywhere with that. Lady in waiting vacated. That's alright. Alliance formed. We have 2 alliances now, we do. Six months. You are converting a faith still. I am bleeding out. I'm inspecting the back infirmary where a severely injured soldier is brought in. It's losing too much blood. Hina is nowhere to be found. The chill runs down my spine. I might be this woman's only hope. Suddenly, as if she stepped out of thin air, my Magajaki is at my side. Hand me the tourniquet. Our patient screams and thrashes, even though 3 grown women weigh her down every step of the way is battle. We work frantically, shouting orders over the chaos, but it is hopeless. The woman only grows weaker. We did everything we could, Shawata, Key says with a heavy sigh as they carry off the body. You're right, we did. Shame, but we tried. 3 months to finish stabilizing the situation. You're no good. You're no good. Marshal impresses vassal. Final days there, an elderly servant I am deeply attached to. For many years he has served me loyally without complaint, and put up with all me. And if there is anyone I cannot bear to be cruel to, it is this man who has become like a beloved uncle or grandfather to me. But for the past few weeks he has been on his deathbed, barely conscious, muttering strange things and refusing food and drink. We keep a vigil! No, it's only a matter of time. One morning I'm chanting a few prayers quietly to myself and my servant's soul, along with a few others in our household. When I get a little tired and decide to sit down next to him, I reach out and hold his hand, yet as I do so a miracle happens. He opens his eyes and looks around as if trying to make sense of his surroundings. The moment he gazes at me, however, a look of utter happiness and deep love spreads across his face. How are you feeling? I say. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm here. He stares at me before reaching out gently to cradle my face with his hands. Shawata, Shawata, you're Shawata and I'm next door. You're back, but how? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't do enough. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Though stunned and confused at his outburst, I tell him it's alright. Don't blame yourself for something you didn't do. I'll be here for you. He beams at me with joy, whispering, I love you, before lying back down and closing his eyes. He never woke up after that. Well, at least he died feeling that for whatever sin he feels he committed, he's been forgiven. Yet his face looks so peaceful and content. Ah, Kebby! We have problems in Kebby now. After the funeral of my beloved servant, I asked several of his relatives about what he told me before passing. It is clearly evident that he mistook me for someone else. At first no one had any answer until we managed to get hold of his younger sister, one of my other servants, who is very elderly herself. The old lady, despite her age, has a look of strength and confidence about her. As she calmly chuckles, aye, it's a funny coincidence, Grand Magia Shawata. What's a funny coincidence? Shawata was also the name of his first love. His sister explains. They truly loved each other, but his beloved was in an accident the day before their wedding, and she died in his arms. Something he always felt guilt over. I don't remember if you look like his beloved, as I was a little girl then, and I'm quite old now, so my memory may be failing me. It doesn't matter though, I nod slowly, as a strange coincidence. The old lady is deep in thought for a few moments, so I patiently wait for her to speak. Perhaps it is mere chance, perhaps it is fate. Whatever it is, I'm glad that his final moments he could gaze upon his beloved, the old lady says. She pauses for a few moments, trying to compose herself, but she is clearly deeply moved by this all. I have not always been the best sister, and have caused my brother a lot of stress. It's something younger siblings are often guilty of. So for giving him that gift of joy and love in his final moments of life, I thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Perhaps they are together now at last in the afterlife, I suggest. The old lady pauses before she smiles gently. Perhaps they are my child. How could I possibly feel anything but joy that I could be there for him? An interesting adventurer. Sometimes all we can do is be there to listen, and if someone is fading, to represent who they miss. I was at the local inn when I met an interesting man. At first I thought he was a typical grizzled mercenary. However, after talking with him for some more, I learned that not only was he quite cultured and charming, he was actually trained as a scholar in a faraway land before he decided to take up adventuring. Versatility is the key to survival, he says. Hire me, and you'll be well prepared to face threats, both physical and of the mind. As I fight with both blade and pen, you might say I'm equipped to handle nearly any danger, even those that may not come in the form of overt violence. He says he will stay in the area for a short while before leaving for elsewhere, so if I want to hire him, I'd better do it soon. I don't think I need to. I think I have other thoughts on my mind right now. Also, no, we're about balanced there. Bestie. We could subjugate her, but I don't think that's a good move, honestly. I think the de jure county would be enough. Although, perhaps if I'd let them pass. I think I will pass the rest of my time peacefully. Let's just see where else Hausaland extends to, shall we? Chiefdom of Rhino. So it's basically all of that area. Dendi. No, we don't want to do any of that. Let us see. Yes, we could go to absolute tribal authority. Direct vassal opinion -30. Independent tribal rulers may settle, become feudal, or clan. From previous levels, title can be revoked, vassals can be retracted, characters can be imprisoned, tribal rulers and non-tribal lieges may settle from a feudal or clan. Cost 279, which you have plenty. Yes. People still like us. Business. Can we ransom you? Yes, absolutely. You may go. The magical napkin. A traveller shows me a special napkin he got while travelling through Persia. To clean it, he simply throws it in a fire, and after a while all the grime and dirt is magically gone. He says the napkin is made from a type of rock known as asbestos, which some say originates from the skin of the fire-breathing salamander. Lose 30. You'll become the owner of a fireproof napkin. Adding the clutter artifact in inventory reduces the chances that you'll encounter other clutter artifacts. It actually isn't bad. Historical context. For centuries, people have used asbestos to create objects that are fireproof, such as napkins. Fireproof cloths made from asbestos were called shostake in Persian, and were often used to amaze guests during banquets. Legend had it that the substance came from the legendary fire-breathing salamanders that died when exposed to water. And we have the money now, so that's fine. Now, Dara. Not there. Cannot construct a holding there. Let's construct some markets. No decisions. At least 4 must be true. And we don't have 70% either. Capital is in Western Africa, at least 10 development. Level of devotion is devoted servant. I can get to that. We have a realm size of 9. 3 more and that would be fine. How do we change inheritance law, by the way? Succession. You have one or more powerful vassals who have a negative opinion of you. Do not have primogeniture innovation. I do not have feudal or clan government. So I would need to change the feudal or clan for a start. It also looks like someone may need swaying. Oh, we're at 67. We must be very close to the end of our lives. Let's see. And we have something in court. Colourful talent. I found my grandson, Moa Laudi, sitting on the floor, surrounded by spilled paint and pieces of canvas for the 3rd time this month. My courtiers whispered about me being an artistic genius in the making. The servants complained about scrubbing the floors free of paint in the wake of his inspirations. His genius will be nurtured. So... Old court, yes. As we near the end of our lives, and this is probably our final court, Shawata's final court, let's hold it. Let's hear the petitioners. Schedule for the first. An unusual case has reached my court. 2 women claim that a baby boy is theirs. None of the villagers can stand as witnesses, saying that it's as if the child appeared out of thin air. No one knew that the women were expecting or adopting. Nothing. The mystery has captivated the people, and while we may never know how all this happened, I must resolve the conundrum. What decision should I make for the child? I'm a little old to be raising a new child. The youngest woman is she has more life. And the older woman is age comes with experience. Alima. Alright, munificent Grand Magachia Shawata, I am Chica, and I have travelled far to ask for your aid in righting a great injustice. The woman in front of me bows deeply before continuing with her well-rehearsed plea. I, Chiefess Naga Quarafa, currently sits on the throne of Quarafa, but I am the true and rightful owner of these lands. To aid me in pressing my claim, I shall swear fealty to you. I cannot help you, but please enjoy my hospitality. A haggard-looking peasant now stands in front of me. My lady, I beg for your help. A monster prowls the dry lands of Kebi, killing cattle and farmers alike. Few have seen it, but the mangled remains of its poor victims leave no doubt. Please send your strongest hunters. I shall fell the beast myself. My business is done. A bold expedition for my final years. Monster of Kebi. All the preparations complete. I set out with a selected group of guards to face the infamous monster that is terrorizing Kebi. It doesn't take us long to find it. A clear trail of blood leads us straight to the creature's abode. I was already informed of what to expect, but when the massive wolf finally stands in front of me, I cannot help but shiver. %50 chance of being hurt. 45% chance that. Monster killed. Chieftain of Kebi gains monster killed 5 years. Gain 350. You gain the trait Novice Hunter. And a new lifestyle perk. They're married. Nice. Restraint. Increased control task is done. And everywhere is now peaceful. You're losing a war. Defending against the subjugation war. Defending there. Let's declare war here. They're similar strength to ours. Can we... Why don't we find a spouse for you? We want some traits that are heritable. Lima. And find alliance power. None. Very well. Alliance formed. Right. They're currently also at war. We will try. Call to war. Call to war. Call to war. Raise all. We should have enough for a conquest here. I struggle to stay awake. This meeting is boring. I'll snooze a little. A scheme at court. My spy masters come through with grave news, while we do not know who is plotting to kill. You keep telling me someone's plotting to kill people, and I never have anything we can do about it. Apparently, Nupe is also part of what we need to take down. Travelling pilgrims. As I and my guard walk along the road, we meet some Bori pilgrims. They bow to me and pay their respects, and the leader of the small caravan even gives me a few of the small religious icons they are carrying. Thank you. Religious convictions. I have got an idea in my attempt to align Magdia Janeba. I can make a convincing argument. Gain 75, and she gained 50 opinion of me. %. Good. And now we can disband everyone. Now, you once again need to bring peace. Let's start with Tageta. Really? Well, let's start with Yauri then. 8 months. My concubine Tanja is once again absent from our chambers as night falls. He would never disrespect me, thusly. I've faith in him. Plus, honestly, at this age, I'm preparing my deathbed. I really don't care if he's gallivanting with someone else. The Dara dynasty is known far and wide. I'm noteworthy. Children born with 300. Marrying is an instinct is 200. Rules get maximum plus 20 long reign opinion. Next level is reputable. We have faithful. Body clergy opinion plus 5. Illustrious. Sacred opinion plus 2. Number of knights plus 2. All good. Call to war. We'll accept. We may not march to war, but we'll accept the call. The benevolent is... Would you like her go in return for this offer? Yeah, why not? That's fine. A little gold never hurt anyone. Just get what little we can. Not going to be a lot. You used up your weak hook to pay 50 to me. That's fine. That is fine. 4001. I think we're doing well. Longhouse, sparring grounds, trading outposts. Are you seriously attacking me? Are you attacking me? Apparently not. Very well. You had me a little concerned there. Your lover Mary died. No problem. I will be doing term at 70. What is this? An inspiration. A book inspiration. She wants to write about scholarly matters. I think we can do that. Expensive, but hopefully worth it. You should be over there. Quelling any uprisings. Inspiration, a name to remember. Only the spirits guide me. I'm too old for any other nonsense at this point. At 70, being raided. Inspiration, scholarly topics. I find my beneficiaries surrounded by scrolls. Melody, there are so many areas that are worthy of attention. Religion, education, not to mention the art of writing itself. I think, as we reach the end of our life, our thoughts turn to the afterlife and to faith. Raise all armies. And where are we being invaded? Where are we being invaded? I don't actually see any enemies. Defeat! That's that. Serving as stars. From all my evenings watching stars, I have seen with my own eyes what I've only heard before. Stars move at different speeds and reverse their course at different times, seemingly in large groups, depending on which celestial sphere they begin. I will find my answer in the heavens. I think we can disband. I don't see any enemies, actually. Nephew taken prisoner. Where? We could happily claim their area. Well, that may involve conquest over there as well. I'm a little unsure as to the wisdom of that. Oh, wait! We have areas down here too! Where the hell did they come from? Very well. That is news to me. All right then. Empire of... Well, that's the Empire of Guinea over there. I think they're going to probably split off. You haters. You absolutely loathe us, in fact. We're not going to worry about that. Not looking for a new title. Marshal impresses vassal. Inspiration realised. My lady, my beneficiary, smiles and gestures me over with ink-stained hands. My book. An imposing book of prayers for the Bori faith, plainly illustrated. The cover is leather, displaying a repeating image of eschatological scenes, enunciated by placement of onyx inserts. I'm impressed. Let's go to the court. Prayers. This is starting to look like an impressive little courtroom. What do we have here? Fireproof napkin. A new perk, Know Thyself. Medium boost to health. Oh, it's the next one, but surely we cannot live much longer at 71 years old. Well, we shall follow next time as Shawata reaches a great age of seniority at 71, and we've expanded Hausaland still further. Having King Yorkie II of the House of Yorkie, this has been Crusader King 3 with Hausaland homes. Very well.